Hello, I am Koreina Cat. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV main scenario quest playthrough. Kind of. I am currently working on unlocking the Alliance raid. So, the Crystal Tower stuff. So that's super fun. But we met everybody's favorite, Grahatia. So that's a plus, right? Anyway, if you watch the Labyrinth of the Ancients in the last video, we wiped on the last boss twice. I didn't even think that was possible. I knew you could wipe, but twice? Really? Anyway. 'Tis not the point. Let's contender.
The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambrose will be presiding over the meeting. If you'd be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed.
Oh, Graha, why? Really?
At 2, Graha.
At 2, indeed.
Welcome back, Xaeus. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with the summary of the expedition's key accomplishments.
Gaia is currently trying to eat my hands, which is yelling at me.
Oh, no. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses, before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. Why are you all looking at me like that? According to Ixalia's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allegan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above the ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such a time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Phooey.
Oh my god. he's pouty.
As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Xalia. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit for our subsequent forays if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of what might mark me. We have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy of the Allegan Empire. This is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. I'm still hungry. Some time later, ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You'll recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Sycrus Tower, the Allegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your challenge shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. That's probably a female voice.
Perhaps we can be of assistance.
And you are...
Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Une,
I think so.
and my companion is Doga? Doga? Doga?
Probably Doga.
Doga? We are scholars of the elegant civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor.
Una and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age. I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. I'm sure you'll not make it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? It is nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided.
Well, well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours.
The same. You have the elegant eye as well? The sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the elegants, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to alive. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Sycrus Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Ixalia, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Ixalia. With Unia and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Didn't I...
Graha doesn't like to listen. Ooh. Onwards to the Crystal Tower. I never read that as Syrcus, by the way.
How'd you read it?
Sycrus. I dyslexic.
Oh.
I switched some letters around.
Understandable.
think there's like a dog outside howling or something. 'Cause she's like all intense. Like looking around for something.
Oh well, if it isn't Ixalia, eager to enter Sycrus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. This one's slow going, or rather, no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Alag, sent here by our friends of Valdesian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It is our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Sycrus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is, we can't get it open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ash like the 8 Sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective as a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. Doors. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman are respectant, elegant royalty by my judgment.
Convenienter.
Convenienter indeed. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands.
Sid is like just looking at them in shock because it's just gonna magically open, right? Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength.
Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? I don't think any of us expected that to happen.
Poor Sid.
7 House. What is this? What did you do? What are you? piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Oh, its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable, exactly as passed down through legend. I am delighted to see. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero? You're still alive? Garland, if I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I'm no longer a threat to you. My legion is for all intents and purposes, defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming this land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts. But I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these two are descended from Alagan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Alagan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? It would seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what. Ah! 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims.
If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell.
Very well. Seven hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Oh? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An elegant tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you the joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. If you are ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present.
Oh.
Yay! Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Valdesion. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through elegant technology. This is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created? And more specifically, what is it that you seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit elegant history. Pray, bear with us.
The Elegant Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of elegant pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy is brought prosperity to the whole empire.
That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the elegant civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness.
Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alag to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect.
The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Xande.
Xande!
Ah!
None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Une and Doga.
Historical texts mention the reigns of two elegant emperors named Xande. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think the two were in fact one and the same.
Xande returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's predictions, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that.
In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under elegant dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xande turned his sights towards a forbidden source: darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness? Again? Seven hells, what is with the megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all.
Ooh. About that.
Would that you were right, Master Garland.
My face, I'm like, God damn it, let me guess. I gotta go kill this dude.
Alas, Emperor Xande is very much alive. Within Sycrus Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Elegant Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Xande's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Whoops.
I finally get to talk, huh? Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamud,
Dalamud, I think?
Dalamud was summoned back to Earth. Its descent triggered the seventh umbral calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Xande awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. Oh. "'Tis for no other purpose, but to put an end to Xande's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Une and Doga." Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will that we might carry on their mission should they fail.
When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action, concluding that we alone could not overcome Xande. We struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Ixalia Maors, we are confident that we can end Xande's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldesion among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will you do, Ixalia? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. Yeah! You have our eternal gratitude. Together let us see the Elegant Empire's dark past laid to rest. It's been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Elegant civilization. But what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Une and Doga, living, breathing elegance. And so I hereby declare a change to Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Syrcus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Ixalia, as you did for us within the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Xande himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Sycrus Tower from the outside world. To work, then!
I'm just watching Sid Nero in the background.
Wait. There is something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The elegant eye, you called it, but to us it is the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Sycrus Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structures, Xande himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength.
Woo!
You ready?
Yes. Yay. It didn't take too terribly long. Peloton.
Huzzah!
I've never done this before a day in my life. Just kidding. I think this is the one that I have run so many times.
Yeah.
I could probably do this one in my sleep. This one's also probably the least interesting of all of them.
Yeah, probably. Gotta think about it.
Well, because like the first one, right? Like it had some like interesting mechanics that were specific to each alliance. This one I don't think has anything like that. And the third one does.
I remember the third one being so damn hard.
When it first came out.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of funny, right? Because it's like having done the level 90 ones, I'm like, wow, this is really difficult right now. But then like running any of the other ones, like running this one again, easy. Well, okay, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, part of it's the DPS checks that, you know, they get made moot whenever people go in with post-expansion gear. But especially here, because this is before they really had terribly interesting mechanics until, you know, third raid. And even then, one of them is a DPS check.
Yeah. Oh, I need to eat my egg. Xaeus, I'm eating another egg from my bag.
Ah! I'm buying you food later.
But I have 85 eggs.
And a lot of medicine.
85 eggs. I know I am not doing the stuff that I'm supposed to do.
Staff of Elden Ring.
Oh! Whoops.
There's so many frozen people.
One of them's me. I don't think you can outrun that though, can you?
Not.
Okay,
You're
cool.
supposed.
Well, two people just ran their fire into me, so.
Ooh. Hooray for them doing the mechanics.
See, because this is so old, nobody explains anything. So for the longest time, I had no idea what I was supposed to do when those balls are following you. I mean, I guess I could have looked it up, but
Usually, if you're in a situation like that, like I doubt it'll actually it might when you get to like the end of Endwalker, but typically you can just ask and people just be like, okay, so these are the mechanics with no problem. But you know that that involves talking to people.
talking to people.
The real hardcore raid.
I know, right? Whee. Well, hey, now this will get added to my list of dailies that I can do. Woo.
Yay!
Yay. The dailies that I don't actually do. I don't really see a point in doing them right now, like, because I don't want to be, like, super over-leveled.
At the moment, you really shouldn't.
Shouldn't
Unless
what?
you want to level another. You really should not do the dailies.
Oh.
Unless
yeah.
you want to level another class.
God, no. It's already a pain in the butt trying to keep track of 3 at the same time.
Fair enough.
Granted, you know, 2 of those are connected, so if I level up, it's, you know, leveling itself, but I still have to keep track of gear and quests and abilities.
Alright, let's see. We just killed Une and Doga's clones. Acheron, who I don't know if like Phlegethon was supposed to be a clone of him and broke off or what.
Oh. God, I'm so bad at doing my stupid thing.
What stupid thing?
My meditation.
Oh.
I'm so bad about like not doing that before a fight. I mean, I'm pretty sure the content that we're doing right now doesn't really matter about
huge
that.
deal, no.
Yeah. Especially if like everybody's like max level or damn near max level, like they're probably doing a good enough damage that it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ow.
Activating support protocol. Charging energy store. Blah blah blah. I don't remember if they say it here or not, but I'm pretty sure like this guy was made by Amon to become the ultimate soldier.
Oh. Interesting.
And I think he volunteered himself for it.
Oh.
I could also be confusing him with a boss from V-Riser.
How?
Exact same story.
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess that'll do it.
Meanwhile, in the Golden Sacristy,
Everything we do is for naught.
it's only together that we my face. My beautiful, beautiful face.
I'm in so much pain.
Hauka?
Yes. Meow. Quick, sprint, run, run as fast as you can. Whee.
And now for this guy.
I was wondering when we fight him. I guess it makes sense that it's here. Look, everyone, it's Amon. He will never be important again. Because we gonna kill him.
My, such unruly guests. It would seem a little diversion is in order.
Wait, so is he actually alive here, though?
I believe so.
Like, I guess everything here inside of the tower is alive. They lived through all that.
This also might be a clone of him.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh. Oh, dear me.
Drag it into the wizard dudes.
I don't have anything. I said, oh dear me, because I was almost dead.
This poor black mage, she's running circles around the thing trying to get it to minify him, but she keeps getting the wrong angle, so she just makes circles.
Oh no. Oh no. Help, I'm a frog. Ribbit. 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 Oh, I can breathe fire. Run away.
Oh dear.
Hey, there's a snake coming. Oh, thank God.
That will do for the opening act. Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
Curtain call, everybody. Hide, hide, hide. Hide. No. That poor Sprout.
Well,
She was dead
awesome.
and she got raised And she must have done
Oh,
an
no.
ability, so she lost the invulnerability that happens. And so she died to the curtain call.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I love that people wait for cutscenes.
Sometimes.
Absolute straws. No.
They didn't last time.
No, they were assholes.
That's fair. I guess it doesn't matter.
Guess not. Coward.
We did it!
Look out. No, no, no.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh. No, that was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be a wipe. I thought you're not supposed to stack that.
Typically, you're not.
Whoopsies. Coward, get back here and fight me, peasant!
Huzzah!
God, that was so much smoother than Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm. Sycrus Tower complete.
Woo. Woo. It's really hard to pull that off, but, you know. Oops, I didn't want that.
Congratulations! So you're a Hydra now.
I'll take the wind-up onion knife. Never mind. No, I won't.
Oof.
Oh, wait, maybe I will. Did I get it? I did! Yay! Oh, I got 2-player accommodations.
Nice.
'Cause I'm a baby.
Ixalia! You did it! You defeated Emperor Xande. Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Ixalia Moors. With Emperor Xande now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I am perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do.
Forgot I have someone to actually voice. There are 2 ways that we may seal off Syrcus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must need to attend to a task. That thing's normal, yes?
That distortion. What is it?
The power that Xande sought to obtain comes from the void, the world of darkness, our people called it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of the void sent.
Voicen feed on ether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Xande entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voicent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Une and I believe that we can annul it. By his blood Xande sealed his dark pact. By our blood it shall be undone. It is time.
Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose. Nero in the background just looking along. Oh my god.
Oh, be still, my beating heart. For a moment, I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? female voice?
Maybe. The covenant is everlasting. It's the Eye of Sauron.
Oh no.
These are the evil clones. You can tell because they got white hair
Yeah.
and glowing red eyes. That's usually a pretty good giveaway. Yep. Oh, why am okay?
And so Mericidia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Allegan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid. An endless void, bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Ah!
Oh, were they fighting the whole time I was out?
Ixalia, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What the seven hells is happening? Ah! Not now, damn it. Oh. Ah. Gun knife. Oh! Huh. Gun knife.
See, Sid, that's how you use a gun knife.
Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them. A void scent, and no ordinary one at that.
Doga! Oh, dear God. How did you let this happen?
Help!
My brother, uncle, cousin person, I don't know their relation. I'm assuming they're part of the same line, so probably siblings, maybe?
Confounded. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine. Move! Keep it! Mine, 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 mine! Oh no. Nero! Ah!
The covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void.
Damn it. The rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the find and consult Rambros.
Indeed. Indubitably. Thomas. Cape of Happiness. Yep. Yes, I love getting stuck on a rock.
What did you think of the flashback with Sandy?
Interesting. Oh good, somebody was just here.
You get off that Spriggan and you come back here!
Never! Quick, Spriggan, fly me to safety!
All this happened within the tower? God's preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. 'Twould seem that Xande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. The Voidson can enter our world. Instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it. I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Une. We share the same eye. 'Tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years, and besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Xande's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Graha, ever since you meeting Une and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true. Is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with a lag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Une and Doga. I and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doge and Una are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yes! Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the Void, one cannot be cautious enough. That means you. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can. For when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be no less than full strength. You may want to do something about that smell coming out of your bag, too. We'll save them yet, Ixalia. Mark my words.
Leave the eggs alone. Leave them
I
alone.
do agree. Okay.
They're my eggs. They help me level. Okay, so I think that's gonna be, yeah, okay. So that's gonna be it for this video, because, yes, it's very long already. Anyway, we're sitting at 1 hour and 12 minutes right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, super fun. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. Until next time on Final Fantasy 14 main scenario quest playthrough. Yes, yes. Truly amazing. Okay. Goodbye.